She thief on my foof till I raise the roof. She fee on my eve till she got no teeth. Felt that. She hood on my D till I, you know. Good evening, y'all. It's Feedback Friday. I don't have a beverage with me, but I'll drink the sweat and tears produced by this excruciating stream. They're making us listen to Hokey Boy first. Fuck, man. Fuck. I had it set up from earlier. It looks cool though. I didn't set it up for this camera, but it looks amazing. I look naked, bro. I look bald. Trust me, I'm normal. No, this isn't Touch Designer. This is just a fucking lamp. It's a fucking lamp. Submissions are taken 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bada bing. Bada bing. You're right. You're right, man. You're right. You're right. You're right. Anyway, yeah, I guess we'll start listening. Hope you're all well. Hope your tunes have been well. If you missed it this week, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday. Be there. Submit in the stream channel. In the Discord, which is linked in the description, a fresh invite. I did rest in peace to a true legend. Tomorrow. Yeah, that was pretty insane. That was pretty fucking insane, dude. It sounded mad. It sounded vengeful. Like, bro was pissed. It's true, though. I'll have to mess with the mini meters a little more so it works right. But, I don't fucking know. Like, you're pretty up right now. Bro's on the level, and bro might have just stepped up a little bit. I thought he was at the top for right now, but yeah, it's hard. Yeah, slower BPM, that's hard. That's hard, that's different. Yo, I want the meter so bad, bro. On your knees. Yeah, like, it's a surprisingly deep sound for something so dry, and I think that's the goal. The sounds are so smooth against each other, you know, in the arrangement, different sounds, different morphs, different modulations. And the way they've been processed, it's just crisp enough that you still hear those nice tones, you know, it's not over distorted to the point that the mid-range is moved. We got mini meters now, yeah. And the variations on this one were especially nuts. Like those rattly type basses and the modulation on that, really stupid, really dumb. Yeah, it's not beautiful, I won't lie. It does tell a lot of information though. I don't often use it, but I said fuck it tonight, alright? Not too choppy. So, if anything, I feel like I want these squelches to be denser or just some type of different texture, a little thinned out. I don't know. You know, in these sparser moments, just something spiced. It's nice. But the problem is none of that. Maybe that. The main bass sound too granulated, distorted. No, it didn't really strike me as granulated, so good job on that, I assume. Alright, and distorted, no. I mean, it clearly has that distorted fat tone, but I think it's desirable. It doesn't sound too distorted that it sounds bad, you know what I mean? Yeah, mid-range, pretty solid, pretty chunky, like a lot of nice meat in the basses. It sounds like a little OTT'd. Or like slightly thinned out beyond what it could be, but that's minute. Honestly, I'm not sure what it is. Probably SoundCloud, but maybe examine, reference side by side one last time. And pray, because that's where I'm leaving you. I don't really think that's a problem. The like sub punch. No. I mean, if you want, you know, try little transient snaps on the sub, you know, like big pitch sweeps to kind of give it a thump, right? Or try different octaves, or try different key, you know, repitching in post if you're insane. Well then. Where they're at, bro. Leave me alone. Yeah, I don't know. And that nice like wheel up type sound in the background fills it up, makes it dope. I don't know. Bro's pretty up. I said it like last week or a few weeks ago, but yeah, bro is on the level at this point. He's really on the level. Promote your shit, bro. Get out there. I really think it's ready. Very different. Vouch. Everyone listen. Yeah, I just love it. I don't have a lot to hate on, and I already pretty much praised. Bass sound nice. Drum nice, crisp, loud. Not bad mix. Nice one. Yeah, and I'm just specifically commenting like it's not over distorted. You can really hear the harmonics on the bass. The bass are really smooth against each other. There's not really any timbres or like tones on the bass that are misses in my book, which I think is like the biggest improvement in my opinion. But phrasing always getting better nonstop. Intro does the job. You know, this section maybe could spice. Beyond that, yeah, you're pretty up, bro. I'll leave it at that. I'll move on. Real shit. Love. Hot take. My favorite from you. I probably say that too generously because they did experiments on me. I can't remember anything. So nonetheless, your question about like BitCrush shit on the master, I don't know. It's kind of a vibe. I've been doing like BitCrush or like Redux or just fuck shit on the master because, you know, life's short, man. YOLO. Have fun. No, but the reason, in my opinion, is that, you know, like the mix, the master, the overall texture of the piece, you know, that's another just creative avenue for yourself. So if you enjoy it, you know, of course, if you play this out, you can't expect it to be high fidelity in any sense. You can't expect the sub to thump like it should, the high and to have any sort of clarity. You know what I mean? Like, you get what you sign up for. But yeah, it's interesting. I've been known to do this on like little throwaway tracks for fun. And it's nice. But yeah, and the groove on this one was nice. Also, low-key, I fuck with like BitCrush shit on the master because it's a cool vibe and it makes it sound like more compressed and complete. It kind of hides the imperfections. That's why I like just put a bunch of dirt on my shit so they don't see the design underneath, right? Little loop is nice. Rolling bass line is cool. I'm a fan of the drums. Maybe that clap is a little too crispy. Dark, mysterious type shit. Real shit. Real shit. Fuck with it. I mean, like, here's my thing. I'm sorry to say it. He didn't really ask a nice question here. He was like, yeah, that's what I did. On that note, how will I blame you? So, I don't know, pretty solid. I mean, like I said, I like the drums. The little effect is cool, lo-fi, glues together the mix in a way. Nice melodic, nice sub. Structure's pretty decent, like, the acapella is decent. I like the little pitch bends, the tape stuff. I mean, sure. I don't think it'd be half as nice as the other alternatives, but yes. Yes, man. If you live by the word, you will die by it. Perish. I mean, if it were me, I would probably look to vary the drums a little more. Or like, I don't know, maybe some heavy kind of kick patterns, hold that clap back. You know, maybe switch the claps for something lighter, if not in certain sections, you know. Just see what kind of like other percussion sauce we can bring in. Because, I don't know, main loop pretty solid. You know, maybe, I don't know, DMB shit. Maybe like bring it to a kind of trap beat, you know what I mean? Switch the pattern. Maybe like a Mubatin type shit could be really fire. Very fire. And try to look to the sub bass to see how we can make that more interesting. Maybe more of a progression, maybe catchier, you know what I mean? You know, it's kind of sitting on this like this fifth instead of just going down 7 semitones or whatever to the root type shit. And it might want to be at that root. So pay attention to the theory of it, see how it sounds, and play with the bouncy bass lines. All right. Yes, that's pretty saucy. Mix and touch. I can't say shit. All I hear is crust on it, bro. No, I'm playing, but I don't know. There's really not a lot I can say when it's processed like this. It's fine, but clap pretty fucking loud. That's what holds me.
Tonight we'll be discussing
run it up.
We have a young man with us who has gone through a terrible addiction to one of the most addictive drugs, cocaine. Not simply cocaine, but freebasing cocaine. In a nutshell, give us a little history of your freebasing addiction.
Now, I'll take a drink, you know, every now and then I'll have a drink. And I will smoke a little red. I'll do some coke now. I'll do a little coke. You know, somebody give it to me, I'll offer it to them. They see themselves for life if you don't. So I'll do a little too, somebody already do, but I will not. I would tell you, y'all all know it's right now, but I would not quit like cocaine.
Pretty hard, sir. Insane edit here on the visual department. Insane. Too dancey. Oh, for sure, man. Like, I'll swing my hips way too much, bro. That's not gonna make it in the club. They don't know how to do that. Know your audience.
I give it to me, I'll offer it to them. They see themselves for life if you don't.
Yeah. Riff's fat. Sound design pretty decent. Structure's always nice. Your layers help get the momentum going. I like that zappy, like, trance almost, like, lead. It's a cool, different type of thing that helps build that hype for sure. Yeah, these build-ups are solid. Outro it. I beef with it, though. I'll be honest. So... You're Nah, I'm about to flame. I don't like this sound. If I personally made this sound, I go back in the effect chain and be like, yeah, I crunched the fuck out of it with distortion somewhere, and this is too much. It's not right. And I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, bro varies on how distorted he makes things, but yeah, it seems like a usual issue. It's an extremely common issue with MFs and this bass stuff, because distort, good, but let me show you the world of better distortion. I mean, I'm not going to show you it right now, but maybe in a video. But what it is, just distort incrementally, you know, when it sounds like it's been like deep fried. Like, essentially, you just dipped it in the deep fryer, okay? You dipped your French fry in the deep fryer. You pulled it out. It's a fucking crisp. Like, it's a fucking rock now. You needed it golden brown. You needed it a little soft, but, like, crispy on the outside, man. You know what I mean? This is burnt to the core. It's like, I don't know. I'm sure some people would enjoy like a blackened fry, but me personally, just give me the fry that's still soft and a little crisp. It's like toasting a marshmallow, bro. And distortion is your heat, all right? And when you toast it, you don't toast it all in one go. That doesn't give you control. You like maybe light it a little on fire, but then you blow it out, bro. But like you lit it on fire, you did not blow it out, bro. If you handed me this marshmallow at a little campfire, I would see that you would leave. I would see that you'd leave. I'd tell you, make another marshmallow, this time like golden brown. And we all have different preferences, but at the same time, it's like, it's obviously missing something like in the mid-range department type shit. Like, the thing is distortion, like when you burn something, it just turns into fucking like soot, like carbon, right? If you distort anything enough, it's gonna sound like the same fucking square wave. You want it to have the best balance of what that heat brings out of it without just reducing it to carbon with everything else that gets lathered with distortion. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's like if you were doing all this crazy shit early in the chain, I don't know, because it's all black now. You could have, this might not even be a marshmallow. This could be a fucking like a Pop-Tart, bro. A fucking Pop-Tart. It's not. Wise over the campfire beats me. Them s'mores Pop-Tarts, though. But yeah, that's my rant on distortion. So like, if you're familiar with like processing heavy and like distorting things, like, yeah, you gotta do it differently. You gotta do it incremental. Have your ear very keen to any burnt notes and then dial them back immediately. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a difference between like a Feedback Friday track and like the shit like Vector cranks out. You know? The shit like, I don't know, Resonant Language cranks out. Sure. But at the same time, you know, like for sure take neuro inspiration in terms of like notches and shit, because saturation is a very additive thing. You know, you're just adding harmonics. It's gonna just become kind of a brick without much detail, without much interest, like an uncarved statue, if you're not chiseling anything out. You know what I mean? So in addition to just watching and distorting incrementally, you know, have some more movement in between this, whether it be notches or peaks and things kind of following your shape. You'll have more harmonic interest. It'll be a more interesting sound. This is becoming very popular these days. The rest is fine. Loki, I feel like denser cymbals would be fun on this track. You know, like some crashes, some rides, or some type shit. Open hats. You know, just because help that high-end excitement come out. Yeah, also stuff like there, some of the glitches come in pretty loud, kind of taking the dynamics away from the bass. You know, you want that to be the fullest. We're hard. We're hard tonight. Little variation in the riff. I mean, change the type of sound design and you'll probably find more avenues to push that for interest. I thought there was fine enough variation in the riff. That didn't strike me. If you do want variation in the riff, I don't know, jump octaves, I would like reach to chop up the rhythm of it more than most. As well as you know what I mean? Really spice. Moving on, I appreciate you, sir, for receiving the flame, the torch, the to your brain. Heaters tonight. I'm biased. I'm just biased towards the present. My homies hate the past and can't see the future because we're human. But I think this is one of your best. Like the way you brought in that drop, so tough. So tough. The crusty ass processing on this, pretty mean, dude. Flows mean. I heard some screes. I heard some little sirens. I'm pleased, bro. Yeah, a violin, or I would try to just like put more dynamics into it. Just like overall, like the breaks sound a little flat dynamically. Make sure you're not processing them too hard, you know, stuff like filtering is useful. I also think you could just have some of the instrumentals more quiet. Like you hear how full this kind of piano processing sounds, pretty OTT'd. And additionally, like drum squash in that section, I don't think that's needed, you know, or you'll have to watch some different things along the way to prevent that from happening. My rule of thumb is pretty much I want my intro looking nice and dynamic, you know. The drop, for sure, break the fuck out, okay? Like that's what it is, but intro should have curves. What happened to the real intros of the olden? I would say like the first two drops are fine. I want to hear that like siren thing though, because that stood out to me. That kind of high frequency type shit. If no two above, change the third drop more. Well, this is like a logical puzzle, bro. Honestly, I was thinking the second drop is what needed more change because the third drop more obviously stuck out to me with that layer. But I'm biased. I hear redux or like any type of high, I say ooh. I said ooh. And a little glitchy repeat. That's stupid. Yeah, mixed stuff, I don't know. So I told you about the intro and stuff. I don't know, hard, and I kind of feel the dryness. I don't know if this main bass is really it. I don't know. I feel like we can find some strange way to process it so it's nicer. What that is, I don't know. It is very just like mid-range distort terribly. That being said, it's still, you know, it's like you don't have a hammer, hit it with a fucking like wrench. Like it's this the wrench where the hammer should be, all right? But the nail is in the board. And the siren thing, like it feels like the rest of the drop is kind of dry on high end in some ways, like especially on this main bass, so it might be a little weird. So it feel a little too separate from the rest. You know, maybe hi-hats or like crashes, top kind of loops, top cymbals could help fill out some of that space as well. I don't know. In terms of this bass, the muddy one, more disperser, more OTT, and somewhere between, say, a few prayers should be fine. Almost filteriness, like, I don't know. Because I would say go back in the chain, pretty much try to undistort it, but it seems like that's essentially the quality of the sound we're working with, so either choice. Reverse time and try to build it into something less kind of mid-range, distort, bloomp, or fast forward and just somehow process it into something nice with disperser and prayer. Scree type beat. This is insane. Lots of high end. Why, man? Pretty solid. Can't do the video. Here's the track, I guess. Yeah, I don't feel like downloading it and changing my Windows, but I might check it out later because I'm genuinely curious to see what you whipped up.
Lift me up, make me feel like I'm the only one that you love. Nothing lasts forever, so we say, lift me up, run away together, going all the way. Nothing lasts forever, so we say, lift me up, make me feel like I'm the only one that you love. Nothing lasts forever, so lift me up, run away together, nothing lasts lift me up, make me feel like I'm the only one that you love. Nothing lasts forever, so we seize the day. Run away together, going all the way. Nothing lasts forever, so we say, lift me up, make me feel like I'm the only one that you love. Nothing lasts forever, so we seize the day. Run away together, going all the way. Lift me up, make me feel like one that you love. Run away together, all the way. Make me feel like one that you love. Run away together, all the way.
Damn, brother. I don't know. Frigin for real had, in my opinion, like one of the most kind of unexpected like developments. You know what I mean? Like I see the thread, but it's pretty different from what he started on, and it's pretty dope, and it's pretty impressive. Like the arrangement sensibility is pretty different, and advancing to harmonies a little more than most bass dudes. So shout out to that for real. Lift me up. That little harmony bit for the drop. Ooh, a little half step. Such a fuck you, gotcha, dumb bit. And I love the dynamicness between the sounds. You know what I mean? Like each sound is going a direction. It's like Colin type it now. And has these moments of brightness and then just right super hard. And that shit's just stupid. Like the modulation, the fucking flow on that sound. Sidechain pretty heavy for real though. Creativity on the kicks is crazy. Snare pretty loud. Hat a little harsh for sure. A little over stereoed. On the snare. Drums, hats. Yeah, vocals cool. The way you worked it more into the second drops and shit. Very impressive. Layering it and then having it still dry, you know, there's just such push and pull, man. I really see the vision these days, for sure. Basses seem too mid-rangey. I mean, not really. They're pretty mid-rangey basses, you know. Ideally, you want to try to mix it, you know, with O2T magic and have the mid-range not sound too muffled and end up shifting it to some of the high end, you know what I mean? Essentially get the perception of that full wub without like muffling. You know, that's kind of the vision. The frisson. Or feels his kick for real. That soft clip. Probably. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the video you did was, so yeah. Can you actually like DM me that? So I'll see it later. Yeah. Sound design really nice. The way you make a dynamic push and pull to each other, it's insane. I love your use of harmony. You have a nice vocal on it, which is always a plus in my opinion, and for many listeners, I'd imagine, right? And yeah, you're pretty up. Yeah, mix. There's some weird stereo shit, like pushed on the drums that I don't think is necessary. Too bright too. Sidechain is somewhat questionable with how deep it is, and yeah. Funny beat in the intro. Y'all are hurt. Y'all been hurt in this chat.
So we seize the day. Run away together, going all the way.
Yeah, and maybe vocal could be mixed a little brighter, a little less mid-range. Not because it needs it, but the rest of the mix kind of feels that way for the most part. So like on this synth specifically. Type shit. Do I have anything left to say? Probably not. Low-key, could try different drums. Like, soft clip drum is a bit of a vibe. I've messed with that for a while, but then I just end up circling back to something cleaner, you know? I don't know. Flume does it. It's probably fine. That's my Bible, man. Snare for sure can change. Hat could be messed with. And I'm just repeating myself at this point. It was an interesting track, dude. Bless. Solid. Had me interested by the end. I don't know. The first impression wasn't great for me. But yes, like I said, the end did pull together. I think my problem with it, just the amount of like dynamic jumpiness was just terrible to me, bro. Like I didn't love that at all. I'm not sure what its appeal is. Like I can see just like a trippiness coming from it, but I think it needs a little more rhyme or reason or type of pattern, or even just less of that dynamic like modulation feel. Do you know what I mean? It's just like it's too nauseating. It's kind of hard to follow what's in there. You know what I mean? Like that shit. Or maybe if there's like more kind of reverbiness, that could kind of pad it out by flattening the waveform type shit, you know? When like I hear a bunch of little plucks and then one of the plucks coming the loudest shit is what I'm referring to. I mean, in my ear, I'm following like the harmonic of the bass as the line as well, since it's so similar, like amber. This dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and that's just so loud, man. The rest is solid. It really sets into like an immersive, dark, psychedelic type vibe. Yeah, progressive is nice. The arrangement developed in a cool way. And I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's like I might say I feel like proggy bass music just isn't always as heavy. It's just true. Like if you want something to sound heavy, you'll hit a root note and like fucking chug it on Phrygian, like something distorted or just like rude. There's really no beating that. You know what I mean? There's really no beating that. I've tried a million times. If somebody finds out how, then just let me know. Please, I've been wondering. I've been praying to the Lord. Maybe not enough is the problem. So, anyway. Yeah, and especially when you start to layer things, it's just, you know, but you have to find a different vibe. It's still very trippy, very psychedelic, very deep, you know? Having bit of that melodic beauty and the textures from other places. But at the same time, you know, if you want that heaviness, you can always go in on like a Phrygian root note type shit, or you know. Or use the progressiveness to just build obscene tension, unlike you've ever heard some ideas. But that's just ideas. Let me focus on your track a little bit. It's still pretty large. Like it's as large as it wants to be, you know, like it's I'll be like a pretty introspective kind of track. I don't know, wherever snare is, it sounds very tiny. It sounds like a little percussion rather than a full snare, chopping up the middle of the beat. Hi, Shane, now. Phrygian root note. Root note being the root of your key, Phrygian being there's a half step right next to it. It's the most common scale in bass stuff. Even then, I think it should still be a little fuller, you know. It did feel fine, but it was hard to discern from other percussion where that snare really is. What is it? It sounds like a little drum machine sound while the kick sounds like something real meaty, you know? Which is all right, but somewhat different. Yeah, so dynamic stuff threw me off for sure. Mix pretty solid, atmosphere pretty solid. Yeah, there's some things I'm not a fan of. I told you about the heaviness. I thought the breakdown did some nice stuff. I like that bass flutter. It built up. I don't know. I can open deeper can of worms, but like essentially like I don't know. This one wasn't in like the simple to complex golden ratio. It was leaning on the side of complexity, leaning on the side of abstraction. You know, to the point I felt like it sacrificed some parts that could otherwise be like pretty clean lines, you know, through the dynamic weirdness. You know, the kind of like delay on that type of lead, it feels like it's not really sitting in the beat very tightly. Kind of like abstract, doing its own thing, but at the same time, somewhat weird, man. But perhaps this medium lies in different places for each one of us in our hearts. But I've heard you do simple, clean stuff, but when we get progressive, it all falls apart. Song name. I want to say more, but I like those hand pans. I like these whistly basses. This is my favorite part. Had the cleanest phrases for sure. Bass sound design. I've seen a lot of this sub pretty heavy, pretty relentless. You want to watch out for it like feeling empty. Maybe lifting the sub in places would help, you know? Because when that sub is laid down straight, I feel like the listener might expect a little more, you know? Maybe a reef would be better, maybe lifting it in places or having a little more dynamics to just show the contour of the phrase rather than just kind of shit. In my opinion, sir. All right. Purple heart, purple heart. Oh shit. This Firefly reference, bro. This is insane. Appreciate you, bro.
Maracas. Spiced mining. Carry oars, lower the harvester to the sand, and lift it off to safety when a worm attacks. Worms attack all rhythmic vibrations. Weather.
Is this from the game, bro?
Sea storms. No precipitation.
One drop of rain on Arrakis, and the Harkonnens are near.
In this time, the most precious substance in the universe is the spice melange. The spice extends life. The spice expands consciousness. The spice is vital to space travel. Spice exists on only one planet in the entire universe.
The spice.
friends and family members. Bunting is streaming. Visit buntingmusic.com for more.
Will we see a worm?
Spice mining, there are always worms.
Always.
Always.
Why do they come?
To protect their territory. Vibrations attract them.
Is there a relationship between the worms and the spice?
As I said, they defend spice sand.
Arrakis. Dew. Desert planet. Arrakis. Dew. Desert planet. Dew. Desert planet.
If you build up
Desert planet. The spice.
That's heat, brother. Okay. It's over 3 minutes at this point, but that's heat, brother. That's heat. In this genre, yes, for sure. -6 is enough. Can we all shake hands, man? Depends. But yeah, this is really solid. I'm impressed by this. The cleanness of the mix down, the master type feel. Probably one of the better mixed tracks we're gonna hear tonight, I'd say. Yeah, I haven't seen you here in a minute, so blessings to you and your people. And also, I enjoyed the theme, you know, doing awesome. Yeah. And yes, the Ahi gain stage, watch that pretty much. The essential principle is like limit shit, not just on the master. Get all your shit squashed before you put it in the pot, right? All right. Just told you the whole video. And yeah, if you wanted a more in-depth tutorial how to do that, watch that, you know, or set up your own groups and routings, you know. Yeah, I would say like in terms of the mix down, quality of your build-ups and the arrangement, cool little theme with the Dune samples. Basses are really dope. Riffs are dope. Has sufficient amount of variation. The cool like gotcha moments. Yes. I haven't really tried K-Clip, but I hear it's hype. If there's a tape mode, that sounds double hype. Double hype for real. So yeah. Watch out about boosting the highs of the basses too much because it's not always the move. It's not always the move. It might be too harsh on their ears. It might end up taking up some headroom where your sub should sit. So double check that it's not affecting the perception of your subs and perhaps your mids so they don't sound full, right? That's the real worry. Not always that it'll sound, quote, too bright, but that'll make the rest sound not full enough, right? Essentially, reference and pray. I feel like that's low-key not a bad idea. They have some nice distortion. Yeah, it's pretty fat, slightly bright. I would say, yeah, reference. What is RC20? All right, banned. We'll never make it out of this bass production Discord.
Will we see a worm?
Spice mining, there are always worms.
Always.
Always.
What do they
Like the instrumental.
become?
I'm not always a fan of the full kick or like longer tail.
To protect their territory.
And this volume for the break, you know,
Vibrations attract them.
it's pretty loud. Pretty high energy
Is there
for this mid.
a relationship between the worms and the spice?
I'm officially like almost sick of RC20. I just use it too much. I've been using a Cymatics Origin sometimes and Audio Thing Reels. Cymatics Origin, I believe, is free. There's a few like free RC20 clones out since time has passed. Something rich people buy the sound for.
Will we see a worm?
Spice and spice mining, there are always worms.
Finished product at a glance, it's long. What creative changes would I make? Nothing really stands out to me. Like, this sounds like a track that's pretty much ready, you know? And if it's at this point, I'd be too afraid to touch it in worries that, like, the stack of cards will all fall apart. So, yeah. I would say feel proud of this one. If I had to change one thing, I'd look at the mix stuff at the brightness I mentioned. Sounds really nice, dude. Maybe bump those drums just a tiny bit. Play with the mix on that choir. He sounds a lot more forward than the rest of the stuff. Even on basses, it's pretty interesting. I never really tried that. Tell me. Yeah, pretty pristine, brother. Theme and style, range and pacing, sound tweaks. Yeah, someone said like spicier modulations on this main bass. I don't know. Maybe in a VIP, you really go hard on the frequency shifter stuff. Really go hard on like harmonic shifting. But this is a finished product, brother. Like this is ready for shelves. So run it. Well, that's nice. That's nice, brother. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I'm about to hate though. Where's the spice? Like, you gave me a sandwich. I was hungry. I ate it. All right. But this is a Michelin star restaurant. I came here for an experience. All right. Yeah, pretty clean. The main melody and sounds very nice, very pleasant. Wonder what that one shot's from. Nice little atmosphere, calm response with the melody. I feel like sub could low-key come up or have a little more harmonic. That wub could go down. And maybe enjoy if the sub kind of riffed a little more, jump to the fifth, jump to an octave, maybe had just a little pitch bend, just some type of flares, get them off the root note. I hear him doing all types of stuff though, so I can see the complexity of it. It's just in headphones, it doesn't do a lot of justice, to be honest. How does EXO do? I remember this, and I remember not using it. I don't know. Need something interesting. Like, I would say maybe some sound design on the bass, you know, the sub, or at least a little more harmonic. It's just hard to hear, like, the complexity of the phrases it's pushing out, you know, and also bends, slides, you know, shit like that. I mentioned previously octaves, fifths for interest. Maybe switch the octave on the thing. Maybe develop it more in like a chord type fashion. I mean, it's very root notey, and it's not really like doing some crazy modal solo shit or going crazy on like the harmonics and the basses, which I think is like, that's what it affords you, you know? So in this case, do 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 do, like a riff would bring so much life into this, brother. Or if not a riff, just like changing the kind of root for the sub while it flows, just so it feels like there's more up and down. There's away and home, you know, like it's like we sitting at home, bro. Like we. Oh yeah, all right, I've seen that. Yeah, liquidy, morphy, squelchy, like filtery bass for some dynamics. That's another thing overall, just like dynamics. It's not heading up and down very much. If you went boom, 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 you know what I mean? Like reverb wash, like fucky feedback, delay, distortion stuff. Find the sauce, dude. I swear. It's clean, but I feel like it's just missing like a creative edge, you know? That's mean and vague, but I don't know. I mean, I'll say it. I said it before. I'm tired of saying it. Bring in that wild card, man. Just hit him up and hop on. You know, more sounds, essentially, probably more sound design, you know, and or more riff or chord progression you could make out, probably. Or, I don't know. Just add something that will make people say, oh, that new Gran. Hire a woman on Fiverr to say, Gran on the beat. And then they'll understand. Yeah. Hey. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa.
I don't like the way my skin feels on my body. Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't. Why don't you pull it off? Pull off your skin.
All right. You're done because you didn't ask a question, but I'll give my brief feedback. If you're in chat, feel free to ask a question and I'll play more and answer more for you. But yeah. It's pretty solid. You can hear the sub clipping pretty hard. I think the side chain needs to be messed with a little. The kick isn't quite like thumping through the transient. That isn't really my favorite. I don't know. Maybe it's too layered almost. Yeah, that siren is dope. Pretty nice, like brassy toe. Overall, the mix down is what I changed. Also, like that vocal, I feel like you can do some cooler shit with, like Manipulator by what, like Polyverse or whatever. Same people who made Wider. Is really insane. And I would just say like a type of vocal that spans a little more the frequency spectrum. This one's so condensed to the low mid, you know? And you can maybe like bring it a little more forward, have a little bit more atmosphere instead of being a little lazy and just doing the fucking drum beat, bro. You always do it. Just a little wetter probably. You know, and find a cooler way for that vocal to sit would be nice. Other stuff, yeah, this is probably a little long and copy pasted. I would say get away with it, but there's not a lot like characterizing this. You know, I'd at least have some type of interesting sound in here beyond just the main beat to just characterize this, you know, this moment. Give it something to look forward to. Better for us. Little tease there. Pretty cool. For sure change that side chain. Yeah, and probably goes on a little long without sufficient variation. You know, mess with that main patch and see how you can, you know, bring it up and down in pitches and forms, you know, duplicate it and tweak it and have it for the second half, you know what I mean? It's not a track that is begging for that kind of variation, but usually makes it a hell of a lot better, in my opinion. So There it is. Ask questions next time if you want something more in depth or specific, please. I ought to just skip people outright because I do list it and say I would fucking skip you, bruh. But, you know. Why are we fucking clapping, bro? What? Ow. This is hard. Pretty solid. He's earned bonus creativity points with sampling, nostalgia factor, appealing to this audience truly. We love zombies. Yeah, low end is too loud. It didn't seem too crowded. It seemed on the sparse side, but it was tasteful. It was mixed clean. I'm not mad. Interesting flow spread, maybe a little too off kilter for something like this. Maybe bring that squeak bass up and kind of tie back some layers to lay that like wobble, because it's pretty hard, you know? And I don't want it to get lost to volume and to stuff in the arrangement running over it. Also, like, it's dope, but maybe we will try to tune it to the key the rest of this is in, and it might slap even harder, but it might affect the recognition of it, but try it, bro. It's not for dubstep only, brother. It'd be nice to have some reverb on this piano, or like sustain pedal type shit. Forget you. Stay watching. I would like process some of these a little more aggressively, maybe even a tinge of distortion on some of these. I just want it like pushed and sounding mean, you know what I mean? Especially like this layer like just sounds like rah, rah, you know what I mean? I would like they don't understand. Cool flow here. Sure, bring those drums up a little bit, and I feel like that snare could be like a little clappier or wetter. Surprisingly though, it didn't really feel hard to follow. Like I think the overall slow pace, nice mix down, spaciousness feel was nice, you know? And you kind of place things more or less in the stereo or in mono to kind of give it extra room, so I appreciate that. I think some layers and just arrangement could be tweaked, like on these parts, layers make it go harder, but not to clean it up per se. And what specifically, I don't know. It could go. I would, you know, sidechain things together if you're not doing that, rather than just the sub. Mid bass is sidechain too. Highs could probably be a little louder, a little more dense. Transitions are solid. You know, I always advise to like make it as dynamic as possible, like filter, you know, or apply some rhythms into there so you can cut boom, but that boom, you know. Time the vocal to the grid and like have other percussions kind of cut boom, boom, right? Yes, it's true. Yeah, I mean, I covered the points. Cool. I love how you use the sample. Pretty dope. I feel like maybe the envelope on that first wub can be like a little longer. It's just so big, you know, like open them up a little bit. Maybe even modulate them over time to open up. Instead of just being so tight. It sounds strange when it starts replaying the melody. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I remember you. You were insane last time. So yeah, hooray. That one's stupid. That was vibey, so I love your shit. Your shit is wonderful. Need these chill vibes, like this is like water to me in the Sahara Desert of heavy dubstep. It says the vibe still remain, the chillness is real. Is this you playing the piano? Because that's a pretty stanky chord, bruh. Piano sounds fine. Sounds nicely sampled. Weird like squeak on the beginning, you hear that? Never stop. Ever, ever, ever. Yes, bro. Just drink this juice. Just once, bro. Synth parts are pretty damn blendy. You know, I think if you want it to be even blendier, maybe low pass it in with a transition for these parts, or kind of reverse reverb. Smooth that over further. Nice little fill here too. Great kick pattern, love that bit of side chain. Pump on it. Full fill chop. Switching the direction of the R, but so far. OTT that keeper. I don't know. This. I fuck with the width. I feel like you could just have a bit of a fundamental boost in the mono. Final drop is impactful. I mean, it's varied. It's not like dubstep, but I was fully satisfied with it. I love stuff like this. Really beautiful, really wonderful. No, not too repetitive. I mean, with the like beat kind of arrangement, you're more than solid, you know? I don't know. I love it. I love it. You know, I realistically think like that's the wave these days, you know? Same chord progression, just changing the arrangement through different sounds, you know? Just become very popular and makes sense within electronic and like beat genres. And you know, if it's damn solid, it's damn solid, you know? Just having looping chord progression is no stranger. As long as the energy is coming up and down, you know, whether you do it through harmony or something else is up to you. Just sound selection mixed down, really nice. Great chord selection. Ace man layers, you know? It's just solid, dude. Woo! I don't know, maybe some messing with the side chain so it's not so unanimous or ubiquitous, you know what I mean? And that's what I'll say. Really beautiful stuff, man. I appreciate that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. 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 dial tone bass at the end. It's pretty fire. I see the vision here. Okay, so energy in the drops, like I would maybe have a dedicated sub. It sounds like some moments where a bass hits and it just isn't cutting it. Dropping the energy quite a bit. I think you need like more pickups, you know, like essentially fills, but right before your phrase comes in, just have something going boom, boom, you know, like pitch bend from an octave down. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have a lot of headroom. You want to do that. Weird little percussion layer on this kick in the beginning I'm not a fan of personally. It's had a good vibe. Everything else is just loud tonight. What are you saying? It's not mastered, but like... that just doesn't cut it in terms of live tracks in this genre. I'm sorry. In a perfect world, everyone would just agree to have dynamics, but it's not true. It's mixed nice though. I would say the kick is a little loud. And you could play with the side chain a bit, have that bounce. But I don't know, argument against 14 LUFS, like when you start to enter distorted territory, I feel like you just be turning shit down to like keep the LUFS lower, you know what I mean? It's true. Better flow of the track. Maybe try teasing some of your coolest basses in these breaks and intros drops. Mess with this percussion thing on this kick. I'm not digging it sitting there. That doesn't really account for compression, as far as I understand. Like if somebody's playing like a fully mastered track at like 6 LUFS or whatever, and then they put this track into the set, the sound guy isn't gonna say, all right, bro, let me bump this up for you. That's not what happens. Maybe you can turn it up personally if you have the headroom for it, but I don't really believe in like going against the grain in terms of that, because I don't think dubstep sounds bad loud, and I don't think like it's necessarily a bad thing to have compression. Like parts like that, you kind of drop the ball a little. Like need something there, like lay some sub down. And missing a sub on that downlifter type. I appreciate it. Respect. For the most part. mean, the thing is, like, if your peak isn't at 0, you just have room. You know, like compression can be another story, but like I believe this isn't like it's not hitting the top. It's not hitting the limiter, you know? But that's enough. I like the little riff. Sci-fi almost. Yeah, and like when you have these little chops before the downbeats, maybe, you know, reverse them so it kind of sweeps into the downbeat. You know? That's the type of flow that would help, along with like the sub, like I mentioned, making sure the phrase just isn't really dropped. You know, make the sub as consistent and nice. Low key, if you just have sustained sub through the whole drop, it might do a lot for you. But that's the fundamental way to do it. It's pretty pristine though, so you probably won't have a hard time making it loud as shit. The problem is when people start trying to make it loud before they even have a decent mix down. Or like, on an individual track, sure, but just in your overall skill set, you know? Because that's foul as shit. Trust me, bro, you don't need that Maximus preset, I swear. I swear on my life. It's not helping you. You'll learn this soon. Could save him. Vocal a little down. The pre-drop, it takes a little long, honestly. Little riser before it type shit. Other stuff, yeah. You can make the build up maybe more intense. And this part even more like atmospheric, maybe even mid-rangey, a bit of warmth, and maybe taking out the drums just to create that much higher dynamics would bring a little more pull to the arrangement. Real. It's real. It's real. Is this real? Appreciate you. Real shit. Real. A little build up Aroni. Oh shit. Ow! That was fire. Really clean mix on that key too. Sorry that they deleted my cameras, by the way. It reminded me of like Bimani music or like rhythm game music, that type of key patch, which I love. Boom, boom, boom. This is different. You're hitting this like flat 6 or whatever, which is insane. Or like the sharp 5 more so. Going 1 5, but you have that sharp 5 layered in, which is almost like a jazz move. Okay, never mind. I was tripping because I thought you were major. You're not a major. Okay, you're just hitting 1/5 in the like harmonic minor scale. All right, but it goes stupid. That's not something you usually hear in bass at all, even though it's super solid. No, it came off spicy and nice and different, so nice progression on that for sure. And also going up instead of lower, also different, you know, just simple shit like that. Couldn't do shit. Higher instead of lower, you know. The mix pretty solid. I mean, it clearly has crunch on the bass. I feel like a little less wet signal on the crunch, you know, a little less crunch on the crunch. You're right, I might start doing it more for enrichment, I'll say. Just right on the verge of a little too much crunch, but very clean mix, brother. Transition just gets you excited to hear more. Transition gets you excited to hear more. I don't know, like you can honestly keep it at this level of distortion, but my taste is like a little less. Because with the rest of the mix, I can tell it was mostly on purpose. A lead on this could be cool, you know. Second drop. Roar is nice. Yeah, I'll have to do a video on it. Those are popping. They're very like old school future bassy, funny stuff. I would say keep the 8th note flow. It's kind of like getting to a trancey point, you know? It's 8 notes, those chords, it's a rhythm, bro. Fuck with this even more before it dries up. I love the sound of that ARP, like the little delayed almost. Good intro. This one's different. I'll move on. But yeah, I'm proud of that one, brother. I feel like am I tripping or have you not hopped in the Thief session in a few weeks? Either way, the mix down pristine. I'm liking how the saws are sounding. And yeah, that has a nice progressive arrangement, you know. So, anything else for me to say? Drums are great. More hat. mysterious vibe. It happens. But remember your passion, brother. Stay up. Add that spicy lead. Little vocal chops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop it. I think lead lines will make their home on there, and it's just such an anthem, bro. You need to just repeat that. So music over everything. Yeah, I see it. Air outflow. Hard, hey, hey. Arrangement. Balancing between that bass and the synth, bro. Yeah, but nostalgia in that, for sure. In this brain. Overall fullness of the drop. It's more low end. I don't know, low key. Well, when I hear this like squeaky saw bass or whatever, I feel like I want to sustain on that. Or low key, I just want to sustain instead of these wubs on the drop. If you still want some definition, maybe you can sustain and then bump the volume where it wubs, or sustain and then pitch bend. So, right where it wubs. So you still have some dynamic stuff. Yeah, it's like res, but like liquidier sound design. Very dope. Almost side trance-ish. Really awesome. Really clean mix downs these past few tracks, man. Shout out, shout out. I don't really think you need another bass layer. Just have to mess with kind of squashing them together. Yeah, you know. bringing the snare down will help with some of the fullness, you know. Bringing the snare down and kind of compressing the rest up will be nice. Bass layer is usually not the answer. This one's a pleasure to listen to. Just that mix so tasty, man. Nice variety of sounds, all very tasteful and peaceful. That MF pretty loud. If you really want to like push some more fullness, I already mentioned compression stuff, like maybe just subtle like percussion hype or ear candy layers, you know? So maybe little chants in the drum loop, maybe extra little percussion loop to soften things up, fill it out. Maybe some type of sound effect to like hit on the downbeats, boom, 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 you know? Almost like psytrance, something more mid-rangey perhaps, since that'll have a fuller. Not even high end per se, because you can have like a percussion loop that's more mid range, like on a conga or something, you know, bongo, whatever. But feel that out, little chants, little percussion loop, like some type of like ear candy on the downbeats is always just a nice feature if you're trying to create a fuller professional sound. But just make sure it doesn't really interrupt and it fits really smoothly to the sound palette type shit. And also same thing, like you have these little like synth lead stuff hitting. I feel like that's ripe territory for a little bit of delay, you know what I mean? Just across the board, you know, for sure keep a little bit more delay. I would recommend delay over reverb just because fuck reverb. All my homies prefer delay. No, delay would keep the mix cleaner, I'd say. The me version, I see a bit of that vision. Eucla, help, harpsichord hair. Oh, hey. That's kind of spicy. That's kind of spicy. I have some flavors coming out on the top. That's interesting. It's a little darker than your typical noodle sessions. Both in the sounds chosen kind of scale, more minor. Gave me spooky Halloween vibes. I hear that vocal in the back. It just landed on like a major third. Instead of the minor third, what is it? No, but that's pretty standard, you know. Sounds decent, but I would mess with that. Lower that a step. Vocal right here. Or find the context you're trying to give it for the major third. Luthered. I like the vocal a lot. In fact, I would like to hear more stuff like that. You know, get out of synthy land. Like, I think diversifying your sound sources really helps create a fuller sound. This one's pretty dope, honestly. Like the way the phrases kind of bounce, there's a better ear for it. And the way the high lead and the bass is layered, it almost reminds me like metal or whatever, or like when the drummer and like the guitars are locked in for a phrase. Similar vibe. Or when multiple band members are in unison. And I feel like the chaos of your typical arrangement almost plays into like something a little darker, a little weirder. It's true. We're producers. We don't have any other option. For some reason, it reminds me of like it's like a Super Paper Mario track. Real shit. Like that little synth bouncy line. The bass. Bass line for sure is interesting. It's really nice. Arrangement device. Like, take the densest part, take the least dense part, put the least dense part as A, densest part is B. And then least dense part is A, densest part is B, you know what I mean? And if that's not always the case, sometimes you just need to sort things, you know, to make things pretty. You know, contrast is beautiful. I felt this one, and the mix down is sounding a little better these days too, so it's a lot lighter on the ears, a lot more pleasing tones. The snares, or like the acoustic drum samples, I feel a little iffy on in places. They don't really fit the palette in my opinion, and they're mixed a little distorted sometimes. I would maybe try to define things by jumping registers. That's an idea, you know, octave up, octave down, definition. Take my hand. Reverse piano. Oh, gee. Oh, shit. Why am I so hyped by this?
Come and take my hand. and take my hand.
Yeah, that's fire shit. I love that. I love that. I love that. Not true. For me. But yeah, probably some of the best DMB I've heard on here. Especially like more like liquid DMB. Low-key, it's kind of unique for liquid DMB. Like I love that like formant you saw evolving. Very like trancey influence, very dope. I just love those type sounds. Super underrated, super beautiful, super trancing. Yeah, I don't think like in DMB or like liquid DMB especially, I don't really think you need like sidechain on the kick. You know, you want it slightly more dynamic than the fuck ass dubstep we're used to making. In my opinion. Nah, this is so solid, man. This is so solid. Like this is a tune, bruh. Push this out. Chord progression kind of different and nice. Boom, boom, 6/4. I saw. On my board of keys. Yeah, very nice tone on the Reese. I like those drums are fucking beautiful. Makes you want to mess with some of that stuff for sure. Inspiring, man. Like the mixes have been crispy, bruh. Like what did they feed you last week? Because it's not the same tap water that Dubstep Jones has been drinking for the past. Need more of the vocal. You could use it more. I honestly couldn't really tell you where it was. I was just doing the zone, bro. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like, so it's beautiful as is and perfect and amazing, right? It's so nice. Like, probably have a little more delay on something like this, or just play with that effect overall. Other stuff would be, I don't know, you have a Reese like this, you can probably have some type of pad or like a keypad. Boom, 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 boom. You know, on some type of brassy, all low pass thing. Yeah, no, you're spitting, man. You're spitting, dude. You slobbered. Bad, dude. Yeah, you have a little keypad here, just solid. I think you can go harder on it. I still believe in like some vocal samples. Oh, nice little turnaround chord there. That just really adds some shit. Dynamic modulation. I don't know. It feels on the side of empty, you know? I'm amazed by this, bro. That's really amazing. So yeah, more little background effects, little delayed out, dubbed out things, vocals, shops, whatever. A little richer pad. Just lets you hone in on that loop though. That shit. Yeah, and the rest of it is fine, man. I mean, shit. Torn aspect. Your track didn't work right, brother. If it's a private track, make sure you click this share link. It should be about here. Be about here. But yeah, feel free to like holler if you are trying to resubmit it. You're in the chat, brother. I apologize. That's hard. Why you got that big hat on, bro? He doesn't need all. Pretty hard here, dude. I will lie. Real no cap. Real no cap. All right, brother. The OG split P. Let's see. How many saw waves? A number, bruh. A number. I'll say it once again. Very pleasant mix downs tonight, man. My ears are so happy. There's a few sounds that can be tweaked a little. This all pretty buzzy. It's pretty loud. Pretty stereo. I kind of like the texture that's changing though. Yeah. And this bass for sure sounds like it's been burnt to a crisp in the distortion, following the metaphor we laid down from earlier. And some of these downbeat basses are on the fence, like that pew, pew. Rest of the basses are pretty fine, but on these basses, it sounds as if the drums are too loud. So, let's get it. Nice little fill. That's hard. Not a fan of this bass. It's cool. It's alright. It's a little like washy, a little thin, metally for the rest of the gritters, you know. I like that. A little mid-heavy. I'm a hater on this one. I'm rejuvenated. Very catchy little vocal there. I'd maybe like find a few more places to incorporate it because it's very catchy and I hear it and I'm like, ooh, that's fun. Nice. Like reverse it up and fuck with it. Or like rain delay or some weird portal thing artifact into this break, the intro. What a nice little melody and sound with that reverb. Pretty dope, pretty dope. Despite the reverb. Holy shit. Kind of like a major dun 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 instead of dun dun. You might want to lower that. This first bass is like second MIDI note. Mastering quiet went loud. Like it looks like you just got headroom, you know, to like squash things harder. I mean, push the limiter harder, brother. Pro L, it's probably worth it. Or like clipping or compression, all that. Pro L. And anyone else experience this? Like when you're trying to crank the fuck out of Pro L and it just doesn't let you. But then you change the mode and it usually works. But I'm not sure what exact property that is or like what specifically they're changing within it to make it sound like it's cranked on one mode but then not be cranked on another. And it feels like sometimes it's cranked on one setting, but in the same setting, I crank it more and it's less. Okay, anyway. Is it dope or kind of corny? It's nearing dope. It's nearing dope territory, brother. Like, I wouldn't hear this and be like, cornball. But I wouldn't hear this and be like, this is the next Kanye. I don't know. The new Kanye pretty corny, so maybe I wasn't a good example. But you know what I mean. But it's come a long way. The sounds are getting pretty flush with each other and pretty fucking dope. I'll say that much. Tight. That's pretty nice. Oh shit. Oh shit. hits.
Gets harder at night. The curtains drawn can show my eyes.
Classic shit. Hard. Bit of lucky felt the longer build up there. There was some tension waiting to brew. Really loud. Even that's nice. Yeah, that's solid. That's a nice one, dude. Much different vibe from what we're used to, but still EDM land. Overall mix. Overall flow. Alright. Y'all need to be more specific with questions. I'll answer it though. You're bad on what? I don't know what you're saying. I think kick needs more transient. Sounds like there's too much low, too much mid, perhaps too much mid-range, low end in the stereo as well. Yeah, I wonder where you got these vocals. They're pretty nice. I honestly don't love the sound of the processed vocal when the rest of the arrangement's still pretty dry back here. And low-key, I feel like they can be tuned a little harder. Like a little too chorusy to start. For myself. Yeah, and also there's literally nothing wrong with submitting a track like this. It's fine. Like we take anything. It's fun too. That lead is really classic and well done. The way he built tension. I said earlier in the song, I feel like this build-up could go longer. Like especially the way you brought it to that low pass pluck. I was just like, wait, you know, like. Just have that build up and open up to some insanity. Shit. Low key, those bass could probably be a little louder. They'll stick out a lot. Nice progression, nice lead layers. Maybe scoop the mid a little on this kind of brass lead. Build here too. Didn't love that fake out. At least didn't love that fake out. That cymbal didn't enjoy either. For some reason I feel like it doesn't quite fit. Maybe just reverse this same downlifter. And I didn't love how this whole new melody came in and dropping the old one, because I was fucking with that old one. Low-key, I could have heard a second drop of that, and I probably wouldn't be pressed. I'd maybe tease some of these more dun, 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 and also might be mixed a little too tinny for my ears. Rest is solid. Yeah, just overall great musicality, good knowledge of the structure of the genre, you know, picking really good sounds for it overall, presets or not. Nice ear for it. Good sense of tension. Humming the vocals nice. Harmony, you know, good amount of layers. All that shit, bro. Just tiny mix stuff. Overall flow, yeah, I mentioned a bit on the arrangement. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Be fucking goated. All right. Holy moly, long stream tonight. I didn't expect this whatsoever, to be honest. That's fun. That's solid. Nice sense. Not familiar with the remix, so I can't tell. Alright, that's fine. More sidechain, deeper sidechain as a delicious treat for our viewers. I thought the freeform sounds were funny in there, so yeah, not opposed. Yeah, good hype. I like the tone of these sounds. I love the way they're built up. It's very hype. Very old school sound almost. Especially in this intro. I don't know why. Nostalgic. So pretty loud, even on the too loud side. I would give it a little more harmonics if you're worried about that. Okay. Bit corny. I like that question about me as well. Is it corny? Is this your question? Is it corny? No. I mean, the sounds can be perceived as a little forced in the fills. You know, like it's cool to have novel sounds, but ultimately you want something that sounds like it really has a home there. You know, they're a family, man. We love the families of sounds. All right, yeah. For sure, try more sidechain would be awesome. I don't know. For some reason, maybe a clap would be more dope. Maybe a little like offbeat, like open hat or chant or something could help that bounce feel, that groove, for sure. Alright, let's hear this. Alright, never mind. Dope. I love the intro chops. Main analog-y synth is just really solid. So you're blessed. Aorta. Oh shit. Oh, with the branding. Ooh. Drop this shit, bro. Drop this shit. That shit's different, brother. That sound is so sought, bruh. Like, dude, that's, yeah. And it's harvest from like the smoothest organ of beauty. I really Seven Web? No. It sounds like resonators are hitting the same key, same chord, and the sub is going whoa, 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 whoa. So like minor root and go into like the minor third. So it's, yeah, it's fine. If you're worried about that, since it is hard to perceive where the sub is, you know, add more harmonics on it or distort it or add an octave layer or bump it up an octave Anything that lets you hear the exact note will help you figure out where the hell it actually is. It's pretty insane. Yeah, it is like an organ, low key. That's what I was thinking, like an organ or a Rhodes, perhaps. Maybe that's the move. All right. I appreciate the update. It's getting vulnerable tonight for Lewis. One moment. Aw. The kitty's whining. I'll let the cat out soon, man. I swear. You see him? I'm petting him now. This is awesome. This is a movie. He's so soft. He's very nice. He loves a pet. He's awesome. All right. Anyway. Yes. Sub-bass sounded fine. They're just bump it up an octave or distort it so you can tell where it is better. Snare gets mooshed because the kick is the same time. Then don't compress them together. Honestly. Like, just keep that headroom intact. Maybe don't limit as hard. Maybe, like, you know, you can even, like, swap the kick when the snare hits. So it's a little less aggressive, perhaps, or maybe low passed. Just so it cuts out room for that snare to really come in. Sometimes people also just have a little bit of low end on the snare and have it sit on its own. So, a few ways. Did the cat chill with the rat? Yeah, the cat loves to stare at the rats. The rats don't love it. It's alright, though. Alright. Meow. Meow. Come here, bruh. Yeah, he trots over. He's awesome. A ring mod? Like to cut it, or you can use like track spacer or some type of dynamic EQ to duck it, or weird like frequency specific sidechain. David off, man. You're 3 hour. You're too late to the game, brother. But 10:30 p.m. Friday, Eastern Standard Time. Link in description to the Discord and the channel, bro. You're done. The rhythms feel like they're working together. It has a bit of an off-kilter flow, but it's really hard. I just love that sub flowing in tandem with that patch. Dude, so nice. So vibes. My thing is that this intro sound, not really in key, brother. Dun, 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 dun. Oh look, he's in front of the light, bro. Holy shit. He's moving it around. Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? I don't know if he was in front of the light, but he was just in the wire. It got in the way of something. Bro. What are you doing? Now it's pointing this way. Change the tune on that. Sounds like it's like 2 semitones low. This like background track. Yeah, and make the intro just fucking crazy. Maybe try different warp modes for this kind of key patch or something like that, or stretch it differently. Could result in something smoother. Pretty solid though. Little chorus. Like, I can't even see him. He's just like playing with the light. He's just kind of staring at it. He just turned it to face the ceiling. You're gonna blind yourself, bro. That shit is bright. Stop tweaking on it, dude. You're done. You're banned from light time. You're fucking banned from light time. And now he's trying to smack it from me. It's so over, man. So over. I don't know what's going on over there. Me in reference to this fuck ass cat. His name is Spud. Hi, Spud. He's just chilling on the chair now, watching the light. He loves it. He's like a moth. Yeah. I just want to know that patch and more dynamics overall. Like, I want the rest to be as smooth as that. Different for Luna Guava's kind, truly. It's like also nice mixdown, of course. Nice sticker here. I believe it's some type of big cat. Yes. This type of sound is kind of new for you. He's leaving the realm of sine wave leads. This is a huge development. It sounds almost like saw or square wave-ish. And I love the way it's modulated. I love to hear that shit. It's just a nice dynamic, nice depth to it. It's fun. Mini meters, yeah. Very popular these days. Low-key the GOAT in terms of the shit you could see at once, you know? I like that switch. You're kind of cooking on the drum pattern in this shit. Like, hold up. More sidechain so he really goes stupid. Alright. You're right though. I sense something. But let's just say I didn't interpret it as such. Pretty good variation. Make sure this second wub has like same girth, same low end. I feel like the LFO is kind of cutting a lot of its meat out. About the ending. I mean, it's a little out of key. Maybe just take out the drums and wash out the main melody would be a solid ending, you know? With reverb. Same with this, you notice a lack of like sub on this kind of bass. It ended up becoming pretty second harmonic heavy as opposed to first. Yeah, nice progression. I like this lead. I think you might have spent too much time on the drops without layers or without like further layer development, because that's kind of what was engaging me in the beginning. That chord, bringing in a bit of that, hoping for a little more. This part probably needs the most tweaking. And through this, you know, a little more interest, try to bring in the layer, see what happens. Sounds like a big old like side chain on the snare, but not a ton on the kick, which I hate. No, it's fine that the kick is missing some, but the duck is not doing it. Maybe just like automate a big EQ peak through some of these basses. Wow, wow, and go stupid. All right. You're done. And guys, like PSA, like, I don't know, put a little more effort in the questions. Like I've been too lenient on it and y'all have been little bitches about it. So some had really good questions, but I feel like some people are getting kind of lazy with it. Like you were the first critic of your music. You know what I mean? Like, identify your own weaknesses so you can then direct my criticisms to address those, you know? That's the only way you're going to be stronger, you know what I mean? If there is weakness in the structure, you got to know where the fuck to patch it up, and you don't always want to take my word for it, you know what I mean? Right? Right? All right. But yeah, that being said, that's it, man. I love y'all. If you want to support me directly, feel free to visit buntingmusic.com. Music.com. I'd really appreciate it. There's lessons. You can get a one-on-one lesson if you want the most in-depth feedback you've ever received in your life. You can listen to my iTunes, see what I'm up to, see what I'm cooking, buy some stuff in the shop, as well as just get a bunch of fucking free samples. They're pretty solid. And the Patreon, you get pretty much everything you see in my videos, all the presets I make, all the project files. It's really a nice deal, low key. If I would hit one thing, it'd be that. So that's that. I appreciate y'all. Click that fucking link in chat. And there are more links in the description for the VOD, for the Discord, and the rest of the stuff. All right. All right. Peace out, y'all. Stay tuned for the flock flip, right? Flock flips are still happening, but they're community run by our generous Real. Shout out Real. He's really reeling it in these days. But yeah, lurk in the Discord, find the channels, and enjoy. Peace.